Communication is our most common practice as humans. It comes second to drinking and eating and breathing. It's almost as instinctive as breathing. So all people communicate, and they communicate in a huge variety of ways, through their clothes, through their gestures, through their language, through the things that they do. They make things that are artifacts they hope will communicate messages and so on. And there are all sorts of obstacles to doing that. Misunderstandings arise constantly, just in ordinary daily life. And the professional communicator is no exception. The professional communicator faces all kinds of obstacles and difficulties with trying to communicate effectively. If you think of communication as an exploration for shared meaning between people, then the barriers to that are enormous. And one of the things we try to explore to understand are what some of those are and how we might actually overcome them.
Are you familiar with the terminology Christian media?
It's like on Sky TV you get Christian channels, and they have they have so many different avenues, like Christian songs and Christian festivals and Christian books and Christian plays and Christian TV.
And do you like it?
Some of it. Yeah, I like the music more than anything.
Not particularly, no.
No?
No.
I mean, you never watch any Christian program on television?
Songs of praise occasionally, but apart from that.
Do you like it?
Not particularly, no.
Why? Why not?
The style's a bit outdated and it tries too hard to appeal to younger people rather than actually appealing to younger people.
Not really. I know that there's like the God channel and stuff like that on telly.
But the media don't portray it right. I don't think they do at all, to be quite honest. I think they portray it to be very traditional, very old-fashioned.
The challenges in the West are very different from what they are in some parts of Africa, for example, or South America. But secondly, we tend to not do a good job when we own and control our own channels. The church has built its own radio stations and television stations and publishing houses. And when it does that, it tends to detach itself from the standards of the mainstream media. And it's too easy to slip into, to give ourselves the excuse that we don't feel as if we're being favourably treated by the mainstream, and so if we're going to ever be able to say what we want to say, we're going to have to say it on our own channels. I don't think that's a good principle at all.
Many Christian media is struggling with defining who is the audience. Is it the advertiser? Is it the secular market, or is it the Christian audience? That's the first thing, because many Christian TV or radio station has stakeholders, often that is audience and owners, that are very limited or very narrow in what they will accept can be broadcasted or published in a Christian media.
Another aspect of it is actually, what does it mean to contribute to public life? I mean, we tend to sort of take a view that as Christians, we deserve the right to present our case unchallenged.
They want to spread a message. They want to spread hope and faith and belief. But it is very difficult. It's a very crowded media marketplace. And of course, the church is up against big business. Big business are very skilled at finding ways to communicate with young people, which is through music and through bright images. So I think the church and the churches, if they are going to have to learn anything, they're going to have to follow some of the techniques, many more of the techniques of the people who broadcast commercially, through music, through film, through other sorts of media.
When we start to realize the sorts of relationships that are involved in the circulation of a message, in the construction of meaning, in the building of community, in the way in which communication is embedded in human social existence, then we start to understand how we can participate in them and at the same time achieve our goals, our objectives in communication and in life by means of communication, because we have reflected on these parts in their details.